Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the year 2018 New York University Rory Myers College of Nursing graduation ceremony. Please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dean of the New York University Rory Myers College of Nursing, Dr. Eileen Sullivan Marks.
Good morning. Everyone got here okay. That's the big thing that we always worry about, isn't it? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I now, in the presence of candidates for academic recognition, members of the faculty administration, honored guests, announce that the New York University Rory Myers College of Nursing graduation ceremony is convened. Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem by our Rory Myers College of Nursing students and faculty member, Dr. Allison Squires.
Please be seated.
be seated. Every year as I hear our students and Dr. Allison Squires perform the national anthem, I always say to myself, only in New York. This year has been a very exciting one for us and for all of the 2018 graduates. We have seen a remarkable increase in student engagement and interest in advocacy for the health of the city, state, and nation. On December 20th, 2017, Governor Cuomo of the state of New York signed a bill requiring that all registered nurses attain a baccalaureate degree in nursing within 10 years of initial licensure. An historic moment in nursing, something that was called for by the nursing profession first in the 1920s and again in 1965. New York is the first state to set such a standard, and it was done in partnership with all nurses and communities. You, our Myers graduates, are not only well prepared by your faculty to promote health and care for those with illnesses, but also are prepared to develop new knowledge and pathways that address the needs of society. And it was part of your effort and your work to help set this standard for baccalaureate preparation and for the building of nursing careers along a trajectory of degrees. Science matters. And as the school that established the first PhD program in nursing theory in the 1930s, we continue to lead our profession and do so with our colleagues in science, humanities, and health professions at NYU. We are proud of NYU for its leadership in affordability, innovation, and equity, all core values in our school, our faculty, and our students. I would like to acknowledge and thank now all active and military veteran personnel and families who have served our nation, many of who are here with us today. Thank you. I appreciate your applause as the wife of an Army reservist and the mother of an active duty naval airman. In reflection of our values, I want to take a special moment to thank Howard and Rory Myers and their family for their continued support of our college. Their wonderful endowed gift given to us in honor of Rory Myers, a nurse whose love for children, nursing, education, and gardens is inspiring. 3/4 of this endowed gift is directly applied to undergraduate scholarships for those future NYU nursing students who are the first in their family to attend college and have financial need. This gift has set up a scholarship program for undergraduates and NYU Myers in perpetuity. Howard Myers, an NYU trustee and NYU Stern Business School alumni, received NYU's prestigious Gallatin Medal 1 week ago in recognition of his devotion to NYU. Mr. Myers is here with us today. Howard, can you please stand so our students, family, and faculty can applaud your generosity as we celebrate graduates? Now, will Deborah Toney please join me at the podium to accept the Helen Manzer Award? Dr. Deborah Toney. It is my honor and privilege to introduce our keynote speaker and this year's recipient of the Helen Manzer Award, a major practice and policy leader, a diversity champion, and a proud nurse. Deborah Toney, PhD, RN, FAAN, that's a fellow in the American Academy of Nursing, where we've worked together on the board for many years, has more than 30 years of clinical and leadership experience in nursing and community-based health promotion programs. She began her career as a critical care nurse and progressed into leadership roles. A strong advocate of patient-centered care, Dr. Tony is a national and international speaker known for her passionate, enthusiastic, and inspirational style and her ability to get to the heart of the matter. Dr. Tony is Director of Quality Management at Nevada's largest federally qualified health center, Nevada Health Centers, Inc., NVHC, comprised of 18 health centers in urban, rural, and frontier Nevada. As the director, she is responsible for ensuring high quality and cost-effective health care throughout NVHC's integrated practice of medical, dental, and behavioral health science services. Dr. Tony has come full circle and believes she has landed in the perfect location to combine her professional life and community passion, which allows her to provide ongoing contributions in advocating to eliminate health disparities and inequities throughout our neediest communities. Dr. Tony has a long history of public and community service. She was appointed by the Governor of Nevada to serve as a member of the Office of Minority Health and served as their first chair, where she provided leadership and direction for the statewide office. Her advocacy has advanced the national health policy agenda through various experiences, including testifying before the Committee on Appropriations on the need of adequate funding for nursing education. Dr. Tony is the founder of the Southern Nevada Black Nurses Association, now celebrating their 20th year. It's terrific. She is proud to have served as the 10th president of the National Black Nurses Association, where she developed several programs, including their Founders Leadership Institute, the Summer Youth Enrichment Institute, the Obesity Institute, and the NBA Under 40 Forum. She's a graduate of the prestigious Robert Wood Johnson Executive Nurse Fellows Program. Dr. Tony works diligently on behalf of the nursing and health professions and is a member of the Nurses on Boards Coalition, where she serves as treasurer. This year, she was elected president of the National Coalition of Ethnic Minority Nurses Associations, and she is former board member of the American Academy of Nursing. Dr. Tony participates with the Institute of Medicine's Future of Nursing campaign and is the chair of the Nevada Action Coalition and also serves as chair of the Diversity Task Force. Dr. Tony is passionate about creating the next generation of minority nurse leaders and serves as a mentor to nursing students and experienced nurses transitioning into leadership programs. She has held positions for several national organizations, including the Joint Commission and the FDA nominating group and Coca-Cola's Health and Wellness Advisory Board. As a strong advocate for giving back to the community and serving as chair of the Rainbow Dreams Education Foundation, she is dedicated to the well-being of high-risk, underserved youth. In both her professional and volunteer roles, she has been devoted to delivering and improving health care in underserved communities. She's been recognized for her contributions to society by numerous organizations, including being selected as the torchbearer in the London Olympic Torch Relay. For all of that wonderful work, let's hear a round of applause again for Dr. Tony. Deborah, please now, on behalf of all of your work and NYU, please accept the Helen Manzer Award, which states, New York University Rory Myers College of Nursing presents this Helen Manzer Award to Deborah A. Tony, PhD, RN, FAAN, in recognition of exemplary leadership on behalf of the health of the nation, May 22nd, 2018.
I'd like to thank you for recognizing me for this prestigious award, and I accept on behalf of you and all of the nurses across the country who make a difference in the lives of others. So thank you so very much. Good morning, graduates. Dean Sullivan Marks, Mr. Howard Myers, faculty, administration, family, friends, and distinguished guests. It is a pleasure to be here and join in this fabulous celebration. Congratulations, class of 2018. Give yourselves a round of applause and your family for their love and support. It was they who got you through those rough times, and I know you remember them. They cheered you on. They listened to your gripes, your dreams and aspirations. They believed in you when you may not have believed in yourself. I'm going to be brief this morning, so we're going to jump right into my address. So the question, now that you have come to the end of this journey, what are you going to do to make a difference in the lives of others? This is the question to ponder. It will come up over your career over and over again. The needs of patients have changed over the last few years. Our communities face many challenges. We have an ill healthcare system. Healthcare services are not available or accessible to all people. Violence is a public health crisis. Mental illness is untreated, and the list can go on and on. You know these communities. They exist all over the world. Many of us grew up in them. So as nurses, how do we move healthcare into the public domain where it is needed most? We have to create different ways to engage people because communities are unique. So I have 4 key messages I want to leave you with today. Number 1 is advocacy. Communities are full of vibrant people just like you and me, with dreams and aspirations for living a full quality life, a good job to care for themselves and their families, good schools to educate their children, and to be safe in their communities where they live, work, and play. However, patients face barriers to care, social determinants that impact health outcomes, which affect their chances to live that healthy life they have dreamed about. They may have to choose between buying food or buying medication. They may have no transportation to get to medical facilities. People in vulnerable communities struggle with day-to-day activities. Every day, decisions are made about people's lives that impact them greatly. They're made in communities, hospitals, schools, legislatures, insurance companies, and professional associations. This makes it critical for nurses to get involved in advocating for what is right for our patients. So get to know your local and state legislators. Tell them what is happening. Better yet, invite them to your workplace and to your communities. Share your concerns. Tell them the real stories because you are the experts. Become acquainted with key community leaders in organizations you can collaborate to move the needle in a positive direction. We know we cannot do it alone. Build credibility and relationships. Sit on community boards where you can influence real change. Number 2, professional development and education. Now, I know you're not thinking about it now, and you probably don't even want to hear it again. But become a lifelong learner. Obtain your MSN, your PhD, your DNP, or a postdoc. The role of nurses have changed over the years and will continue to do so to meet the ever-changing healthcare demands of society. Our population is aging. Chronic disease and complex care has changed the healthcare workforce. Nurses, you must never stop learning, thinking, or questioning. We must equip ourselves with higher knowledge and skills and work at the top of our license during this time of healthcare transformation. So go back to school. Come back to NYU Myers. Number 3 is caring. Every day, nurses are on the front lines of care, delivering and helping make communities we live in a better place through the various roles that we play. How do we identify patient needs today that will enable them to live that long life they desire? And what will it take to get them there? Patients today spend the majority of their time outside of the walls of hospitals, as they should. As nurses, we have to meet patients where they are better engaged, meet them where they are, so they can help in the planning of their care. You will encounter people from all walks of life and will do things for people, believe it or not, that will impact them in ways that they will remember for a lifetime. Patients will remember how you treated and cared for them at a vulnerable period in their life. The world around us has changed, so accept diversity and inclusivity. Develop a desire for caring for people who have different values and beliefs than your own, to improve and ensure that all mankind receives quality care and put an end to health disparities. And lastly, the sky's the limit. You have the key to the world. Follow your dream. Strive for excellence in all that you do. Be passionate about what nurses do as much as you enjoy being a nurse. Don't become enamored in the destination that you forget to appreciate the journey. Take delight in it all. Create a bridge with the network you have started here at NYU, because what you have learned here will follow you through your entire career and take you all over the world. As I look out over 450 baccalaureate, master's, advanced certificate, and doctoral graduates, you may not see what I see, but I see deans of nursing, CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, CNOs of top hospitals, presidents, association leaders, researchers, nursing professors, innovators, disruptors, and elected officials who will change how healthcare is provided now and in the future. Graduates, you are now the sons and daughters of NYU Rory Myers College of Nursing. It's only the beginning, so step into your greatness and continue to live life to your fullest. What are you going to do now? Thank you so much for listening, and I am proud to call you colleagues. Congratulations.
That was fabulous. Another round of applause for Dr. Deborah Turner. A New York welcome. It is now with great admiration that I present the Dean's Distinguished Teaching Award to Dr. Mary M. Brennan. Dr. Brennan, please join me on the podium. Take it in. You can see why. Dr. Mary M. Brennan is the director of the Adult Gerontology Acute Care Nurse Practitioner Program at New York University's Rory Myers College of Nursing. She received her MS degree from Boston College and a DNP degree from Case Western Reserve University. She completed her doctoral work in Ghana, West Africa, where she taught nurses pediatric resuscitation techniques to improve the care of infants and children treated in emergency rooms. So she is a full spectrum. She runs adult gerontology in New York and infant and pediatrics in Ghana. Currently, she is co-leading an initiative in a cardiac hospital in Tanzania, working with doctors and nurses to develop a culture of excellence in their cardiothoracic surgery service. As an educator, she is interested in innovative pedagogies, such as problem-based learning to help students develop critical thinking, diagnostic reasoning, and practice clinical decision-making. Dr. Brennan is an active leader in nursing organizations, including the National Organization of Nurse Practitioner Faculties and Nursing's Honor Society Sigma Theta Tau International. As an educator at NYU, she designed a virtual hospital called the Acute Care General Hospital, where drama takes place, where students dramatically work collaboratively to assess, diagnosis, and manage complicated patients according to the best evidence and guidelines. She is a recognized leader in the field of acute care nursing and was recently named one of the 10 great acute care nursing professors. Mary, please now accept the Dean's Distinguished Award, which states, New York University Roy Myers College of Nursing presents this Dean's Distinguished Teaching Award to Mary M. Brennan, DNP, AGA, CNP-BS, ANP, FAA-NP, in recognition of exemplary teaching, learning approaches in nursing education, May 22nd, 2018.
Dean Eileen and the awards committee, thank you so much. I am deeply honored to receive this inaugural teaching award and privileged to be part of a faculty who are so dedicated to excellence in nursing education. From teaching students how to conduct research, perform quality improvement, deliver babies, diagnose asthma, prescribe insulin, treat opioid addiction, emergently respond to a patient with chest pain, or provide palliative care at the end of life. From some of the best of times to the most difficult of times, nurses provide expert and compassionate care according to the best guidelines and research and science. Learning to provide this care is complex and challenging, and it requires intelligence, perseverance, persistent dedication, a love of learning, and mostly a concern for the well-being of others. We have great confidence in the potential of the class of 2018 to provide excellent care for every patient, family, and client, and we say namaste, the light in us sees the light in you. Thank you very much. Congratulations, graduates.
It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the Senior Associate Dean for Academic Programs, Dr. James Pace, who will read the names of our 6 distinguished students. Jim.
I now take great pleasure in reading the names of the 6 distinguished students nominated for their leadership and clinical excellence, and for their collective contributions to the NYU Rory Myers College of Nursing. As I read each of the students' names, I would ask that the students stand at their place to be recognized. K.P. Mendoza is hereby recognized for scholarship, leadership, and service as a baccalaureate student to the NYU Rory Myers College of Nursing. Devin Emery is hereby recognized for scholarship, leadership, and service as a baccalaureate student to the NYU Rory Myers College of Nursing. Mary Regalia is hereby recognized for scholarship, leadership, and service as a baccalaureate student to the NYU Rory Myers College of Nursing. Molly Pringle is hereby recognized for scholarship, leadership, and service as a master's student to the NYU Rory Myers College of Nursing. Dr. Ignatius Bojuo is hereby recognized for scholarship, academic commitment to D&P studies, and for his service to the NYU Rory Myers College of Nursing. Dr. Jin Jun is hereby recognized for scholarship, academic commitment to PhD studies, and for service to the NYU Rory Myers College of Nursing. Dean Sullivan Marks, I invite you back to the podium.
I now take great pleasure in introducing the baccalaureate speaker, class of 2018, K.P. Mendoza.
Dean Sullivan Marks, administrative team, distinguished faculty, families, and fellow graduates, I am beaming with pride to be standing alongside you all today. First and foremost, congratulations. We did it. I would like to acknowledge those who have helped to shape our experiences thus far. To our esteemed faculty, advisors, and administration, and to the friends and families who have supported us when we thought we were not intelligent enough, not capable enough, and just not enough in general. Thank you. Thank you for lifting us up and for bearing with us through this challenging program. Let the fact that we are here today on the brink of graduation be a testament to our personhood. We are indeed enough. To my parents, without whom I would not be standing here on this stage today, and who had no idea that I was going to speak. It is my hope that these words express even a sliver of how grateful I am to both of you. You see, my parents met here in the US while working as nurses, but originally they immigrated from the Philippines with barely anything. My mother on a work visa, and my father on nothing but a petition from his brother. Both came with just one suitcase, very little money, and a dream. All my life, I have wanted nothing more than to make both my parents proud. I hope I have done just that. So, Mom and Dad, I hope that I can stand here as a testament that you both have made it, that your immigrant dreams have been fulfilled by seeing your own son become a nurse himself. I love you both. To my fellow graduates, we ourselves have fulfilled the dream. However, it's almost as if we had just donned our violet scrubs a mere month ago. In the short time since we began our clinical sequences, we have learned so much. Head-to-toe assessments, tracheostomy care, subcutaneous injections, and most importantly, Maslow's hierarchy. Beyond that, we have learned from one another the traits of empathy, of leadership, of teamwork, and perhaps most necessary, that of compassion. For me, the past 4 years have grounded myself in the field of nursing, and I feel confident to take that next step of becoming a registered nurse. I can only hope you all feel the same. Prepared, confident, and above all else, excited. Without a doubt, my undergraduate career has been the most formative period of my life. When I decided to pursue nursing, I really had no idea what I was getting myself into. All I knew was that I didn't want to sit behind a desk all my life, and I wanted to help people. Coming from parents who are both nurses themselves, nursing seemed like the most obvious choice for me. Yet, whenever I was asked the question, what is it like to be a nursing student? I never knew how to answer, at least not until I began clinicals and stepped foot in a hospital. Purple scrubs, stethoscope, white shoes, and all. Now, I know it takes a lot more than just a Band-Aid and alcohol swabs to heal a person. It takes a lot of grit, a lot of commitment, and a lot of love. I was recently asked about how I felt when I initially decided to move to New York and start at NYU. I answered equal parts, nervous and excited. I was then asked how I felt about graduating, and to my surprising realization, I broke out in this huge grin and answered equal parts, nervous and excited. This same uncertainty of not knowing what lies beyond or even behind the patient's curtain is what has compelled me to fall in love with nursing again and again. Truly, being a nurse is to fall in love with the art of loving people again and again. As our great founder, Florence Nightingale, once said, "Were there none who were discontent with what they have, the world would never reach anything better." And so I challenge us. I challenge us to find that discontent, to channel it, and to propel it forward as something both positive and impactful upon the world. I'd like to close with the words I once overheard a nursing student say. At the time, I was an impressionable first-year student, and 4 years later, her words still resonate with me, most especially on this day. They had no one else, they had you. When your patients had no one else, they will remember that they had you to speak for them, to advocate for them, to care for them. With that, I ask all of us to remember our compassion as we go forth. So, thank you. Thank you for triumphing through long nights and rigorous exams. Thank you for enduring long commutes and walking out the door before the sun had even risen. Thank you for choosing this profession. Thank you for caring. Congratulations, class of 2018. We have made it.
Thanks, KP. It's now a further privilege for me to present the Master Speaker Class of 2018, Molly Pringle.
Good morning. I stand before a diverse group of registered nurses who decided years ago that it was time to make a change. Our discontent with the status quo propelled us towards this incredibly challenging and rewarding journey. We've demonstrated commitment to our dreams, whatever they may be or develop to be, and we have all sacrificed so much to achieve this accomplishment. But if there's one thing every Myers graduate has learned, irrespective of their program or degree, it's that we are not done yet. And I don't just mean because we may still have to take the certification exam, or because for the next 2,000 hours of our career, we novice nurse practitioners practicing in New York State will be collaborating with our physician colleagues who will help to further shape us into autonomous providers, which is precisely what our foremothers envisioned for our profession. My mother, who is here today from California, can attest. She graduated from her nurse practitioner certificate program 40 years ago, roughly a decade after the inception of our profession. And just like us, she too was trained as an independent provider. And while that may seem terrifying to the future advanced practice registered nurses graduating today, the data indicates that we are providing high quality care with comparable outcomes when practicing to the fullest extent of our training. Nonetheless, I am certain that every single graduate before me will continue to persevere and be resilient, finding success in your new advanced role within this healing profession. But even then, we will still not be done. The reason is because alarming differences in health status and life expectancy continue to exist for many groups of people. And until we are living free of disparities in health and in healthcare, we will still have work to do. As Myers graduates, we have learned that health is influenced by more than genetics and behavior, that economic stability, education, community, and environment all substantially impact our patients' capacity to thrive. We also understand that health inequalities persist not because of an individual's choice, but because of problematic or absent policies. So regardless of your degree or your new role in nursing, we must all remember our code of ethics, which clearly defines our role not just as patient advocate, but also as a policy advocate. Remaining silent on any issue that impacts the health of our patients will only cause harm and perpetuate inequalities. Luckily, there is not a single healthcare conversation that cannot be handled by a nurse. With over 3 million registered nurses, we are the largest profession in healthcare. We spend the most time directly with patients, and we are present during their most vulnerable experiences. Our aim is not to cure, but to care, by focusing on healing rather than treating. We are often the first to speak up for our patients because we understand the dangers of keeping quiet. And we are consistently ranked the most trusted profession year after year. Registered nurses are strategically positioned to advance health for all people. We just have to find our voice. So as we progress to the next chapters of our careers, I urge you all to continue reflecting on your own passions. Self-awareness helps to improve our emotional intelligence. Join nursing organizations that align with your unique interests. The power of collective influence cannot be overestimated. And lastly, this might sound crazy today, but it's okay for your future self to consider pursuing a doctoral degree. Our nurse leaders are going to have to pass the baton to someone. On behalf of the master's students graduating today, I'd like to thank the Rory Myers College of Nursing community for the endless support, encouragement, and opportunities. Thank you to all of our loving family and friends here today. I know I couldn't have achieved this much without my own. And to my incredibly bright, courageous, and inspiring peers, congratulations, but please remember, we are not done yet. Thank you.
Fabulous. Master's students, are like middle children. They fall in the middle, but I'm sure the families know this, but they drink from fire hoses. And they've done a great job, so congratulations. At this point, I want to present the Doctor of Nursing Practice speaker, class of 2018, Dr. Becky Jordan.
Good morning, graduates, faculty members, honored guests, and loved ones. My fellow graduates, during our time at NYU Roy Myers Nursing School, we have been given the tools to become great nurses and great leaders. While it may have been a difficult journey, cramming for tests and pulling all-nighters for papers, often to the wee hours of the morning, wishing we had just one more day to study or finish a paper, we remain steadfast to our mission, always forging ahead, and ultimately, in the end, despite all difficulties, we finally did it. In the words of the late, great Maya Angelou, whatever you want to do, if you want to be great at it, you have to love it and be able to make sacrifices. Now we approach the end of this journey and prepare to leave our NYU family, embarking on our own individual journeys. Many of us graduate as brand new nurses, and others of us as advanced practice nurses. But whatever path we leave on now, we leave knowing that we have been taught by the best. And that we will become, without a doubt, a valuable asset to the nursing profession. We've been taught to incorporate evidence-based practices into the nursing profession and to work in collaboration with other multidisciplinary team members. And we have prepared to become the nursing leaders of the future. While it's true, we have all learned a great deal, I believe the most important thing we have learned here at NYU is this: our role as nurses is to heal the heart, mind, and souls of our patients, their families, and ourselves. Next, I'd like to take a moment on behalf of us celebrating this milestone to thank the people that have supported our journey. The nursing department, the administrative staff, and of course, our families. I would like to thank my husband, mother-in-law, and son for their love and support. To Dr. Standard, McGahee, Newland, and Vetter, thank you for believing in me. Finally, I'd like to take a moment to remember our classmates and professors who sadly are not with us today. Dr. Mary Rosedale, a brilliant researcher, professor, and nurse leader, and former classmate Alicia Camelan, a wonderful psychiatric, mental health, nurse practitioner, dedicated mother and friend, and alumna of NYU Myers class of 2015 MS program, and NYU Steinhardt's class of 1997 BS in Nursing program. To the entire NYU Roy Myers College of Nursing, we want to assure you that we will never let you down. Our training has taught us many great leadership skills, which will help us tremendously as we blaze a trail in the nursing profession. We promise that we will put into practice all the many things that you have imparted to us. As a final thought going forward, I'd like to leave you with another quote from Maya Angelou. She said, "Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it." Congratulations, class of 2018. Thank you all.
Thank you, Becky. That was terrific. No, I think I skipped one. Thank you, Becky. It's further wonderful privilege to be able to present the PhD speaker class of 2018, Dr. Fernanda A. Andrade Brito.
Good morning, NYU Rory Myers College of Nursing. Dean Eileen Sullivan Marks, Mr. Myers, faculty members, special guests, fellow graduating students, family and friends. It is a deep honor to stand before you today to represent the Rory Myers College of Nursing PhD class of 2018. This room is full of leaders who are a testament of persistence and a stark reminder that anything is possible, both in our individual lives and in the global nursing narrative that we're stepping into. This moment is especially humbling for me, a first-generation Brazilian immigrant. I arrived in this country with very few resources and little knowledge of English. In the early years of my nursing education, I considered quitting on more than one occasion. Hurdles were high, and at times it seemed impossible to overcome and to clear. But I was reminded that in these moments, that advancing healthcare is precisely about leaders persisting through the challenges when barriers seem unsurmountable. It was this passion that led many of us here in the first place. I am sure all of you who are graduating today have had similar challenging experiences during your education, only to become stronger and achieve our respective degrees. The academic and technological resources available to us, the diversity in the faculty and in the student body, and specifically the NYU Rory Myers College of Nursing curricula and the wonderful faculty have provided each of us rich didactic and practicum experiences that few schools of nursing could provide. Our education encompassed access to a state-of-the-art classroom and the wonderful clinical simulation learning center. Experiences at New York City hospitals, access to cutting-edge research centers, multidisciplinary teamwork and opportunities for networking with other schools, and an outstanding faculty composed of nurse leaders who have helped to shape healthcare practices, and public health policy. All of these factors have contributed to the knowledge and expertise we now possess. NYU College of Nursing has prepared each of us for different aspects of nursing, including patient care, management, education, and research. We are the proud product of NYU Rory Myers College of Nursing. Yes. This outstanding education, however, comes with great responsibility. It is incumbent upon us to lead the next generation of nurses and to help shape healthcare not only in the United States, but also at institutions around the globe. It is an exciting time to be a nurse. Nurses are increasingly becoming specialized in highly skilled areas. More research is led by nurses than ever before. New York State has recently enacted the BS in 10 years legislation. And as healthcare becomes more complex, nurses will take an even more prominent role. As we begin the next phase of our lives, may the knowledge we have acquired propagate through our actions as patient advocates, providers of care, teachers, researchers, and as citizens of a global community. But not today. Today we take it all in. We have worked very hard to get to this point in our lives. So let us cherish this moment, our classmates, the family members who have helped make this possible for us. I wish everyone success fulfilling the NYU Rory Myers College of Nursing vision of becoming a global leader in advancing health for all people where they live, play, learn, and work. Thank you.
Thank you, Fernanda. And let's have another wonderful round of applause for these inspiring graduate speakers. And I say that I think any one of you could get up and be just as inspiring. And I'm sure they are humble that you've selected them to speak for you. At this time, I invite Dr. Larry Slater to come to the podium to speak about the tradition of the nursing pin.
Good morning. I join every faculty member of the undergraduate program in congratulating the baccalaureate graduates of NYU Rory Myers College of Nursing, class of spring 2018. And also congratulations to all of those who have supported you on this journey. In front of you lie a plethora of nursing opportunities, whether you choose to work in acute or ambulatory care, with older adults, children, or mothers and babies. Your undergraduate faculty are very confident that we have prepared you for what will be an exciting professional journey, which will be nothing short of amazing and life-challenging. As you move forward, be open to all the people that you will meet, as well as to the many directions and places that the discipline of nursing will take you. We mark this milestone event today with the awarding of your NYU Myers Nursing Pin, which is a graduation gift from our own Dean Eileen Sullivan Marks. Let us take a moment to recognize and thank her for her support. You received your nursing pin earlier this morning as a treasured symbol that welcomes you to the profession of nursing. I would now like to briefly discuss 4 key words that describe the event of pinning and what it means: distinction, service, pride, and honor. The first words are distinction and service. The history of the pinning ceremony can be traced back to the Crusades of the 12th century, when a group of knights received a Maltese pin in recognition for their service in caring for the sick and injured. Also, the founder of professional nursing, Florence Nightingale, was honored with the Red Cross pin to recognize her service to injured men during the Crimean War. Afterwards, the Wolverton Royal Hospital in England initiated the tradition of presenting all graduates with the badge upon completion of their program of study. In 1880, nursing graduates at the Bellevue School of Nursing here in New York City were believed to be the first to receive a nursing pin during graduation in the United States. As with those who came before you, your NYU Myers pin provides you with the distinction of being an esteemed Myers graduate, but also imparts on you the call of service to your patients, families, and communities. The remaining words are pride and honor. Since the earliest days of professional nursing in America, the nurse's pin has been a treasured symbol that conveys to others the association and bond to their school and to the profession. Each pin is unique and distinctive, representing one program, upholding proud educational traditions, as well as proclaiming the geographic location of the school. The NYU Myers pin contains the distinctive torch, which was adopted by NYU as its official logo in 1965. The torch honors NYU's constant service to the city of New York and symbolizes the torch held high by Lady Liberty in New York Harbor. It is the torch of freedom and knowledge and symbolizes academic purpose and authority. Torches are powerful symbols as they drive away darkness, replacing the gloom with hope and light. Nightingale was dubbed the Lady with the Lamp after her habit of making nursing rounds at night. She introduced that light into the darkest of corners, dispelling worry and fear. So hold your torch high and wear your nursing pin proudly, for there is strong evidence in doing so. Welcome to the discipline, the art and the practice of nursing. Welcome to the profession of true, trusted, laudable, and evidence-based service. At this time, I would like to ask all of our wonderful baccalaureate candidates for graduation to please stand and be recognized. And let us see that pin. Thank you, graduates. You can now be seated.
Conferring the baccalaureate degrees in nursing will be Dean Eileen Sullivan Marks, assisted by Dr. Larry Slater, the director of the undergraduate program, and Dr. Donna McCabe and Dr. Beth Latimer.